Hey guys, we're back. This time we're taking a look at Space Defenders from Nestor Games. And it comes in this cool little bag. It's got the emblem on the end. And it's basically Space Invaders as a board game. The classic old arcade game. And we're going to get right in and take a look at what we got. So inside our bag, I've actually got this apart from the last time we played, but every little rules fly out for Space Defenders. And there's a example of the game. You can see Space Invaders. Even as the writing on the sides reminds me of like the high score type things from the old arcade games. Not too much here. It's a single sheet. Explains what tokens you should have, how to set up, how to play, and end game on the back. A couple special rules in there as well, some optional rules. The only thing that's kind of confusing is the turn order, where you can optionally move, but you have to fire. But then there's like moving the mine, which comes up on here. And I think you do that instead of shooting. It's not very clear on that one. So we made it where you move the mine every turn just to make it fair. But I think you're supposed to do it instead, but I'm not positive on that, because it's not really clear on that one. Other than that, though, the game itself is a lot of fun, and it's really simple and easy. Next thing we have is the game board, and this is actually really cool. It's printed on basically a mouse pad. Got the neoprene on the one side, the rubber backing, and you roll it up for storage, but it lays flat and nice when you go to play. Everything's kind of printed right on there, so no worries about it peeling or coming off. It also comes with a note telling you if you roll it with a picture outside. That way, if it does have a little bubble from the curve of being rolled, it's down, so you're not having the end of the board like stick up on you. And it's held up pretty good for all the games we've played with it so far. Next we have this baggie here. This has all of our cool 3D goodies in it. The mine, which moves across the board blocking shots and eventually destroys a invader if it hits them. And we have our player ships. These are really cool. Kind of glossy too. But they love the 8-bit styling to them. The jagged edges and what. And they come in red, yellow, blue, and green for your 4 players. You can play the game with 2 to 4. I think the more players, the more fun you're going to have, because you can get in each other's way and cause trouble. Then for each of the players, there's also a colored token. And you use these colored tokens to represent who's who. You put these basically in front of you, so you know which player is controlling which ship. And you also have 4 bomb tokens. They kind of look like little missiles to me. But each player has a chance to buy one of these throughout the course of the game. You can only buy one. You use it to wipe out an entire row of aliens, which is kind of cool. They cost 10 points to buy, and we'll get to points when we get the aliens out. But if you can wipe out more than 10 points worth of stuff, which is very easy, you're going to more than make back your cost. And the rest of our bag here is filled with cardboard tokens with various aliens. Now I wish they were 3D prints like these, but at the same time they're different, and based on the way that they look, you'll be able to feel what's what when you grab them. So the chit idea here with the little tokens is better. And you're going to start with a bunch of these already on the table, and they fill up the various rows. I'm not going to fill the whole board up here, but I filled a row with a lot of 5s. And then your players are going to take turns moving either forward, backward, or diagonal. And then you fire, and you hit the first thing in your path. It goes into your total. You take it off to the side, and that's how you keep track of your points, by the number of eyes that the aliens have. So this guy would be worth 2 points. If at any point you dig a hole all the way to the top, like we did here, everything's going to drop down a row, and you take out a whole nother row worth of tiles and fill them in across the top. If you get one of these flying saucer pieces, they go up to the side of the table, and you wait until you get the other half of the flying saucer. When you destroy them, the first half of these that's destroyed gets discarded. The second half is worth 10 points, though, so you want to hang on to those. And play goes until there's no more aliens left in the bag to populate the board. And then you count up and see who has the most points sitting in front of them, and they're the winner. The other little bit of strategy here is while you're moving your pieces around, you're trying to get those shots. Like there's a 5 guy here, so I want to go way up here so I'm in front of everybody so I can shoot that 5 guy. Well, now somebody can move in behind me and shoot me. If you shoot another player, you get the lowest point alien that they have in their inventory at the time. So if you keep doing it repeatedly, you can get up some bigger stuff. But originally, you're going to get these 1 point and 2 point guys that aren't worth too much. So there's some benefit from shooting people, but not too much. And then you get the bomb that's moving across. It can't move through a player ship, but if it runs into one of the aliens, if they're down far enough, it'll destroy them. And when it goes off the side of the screen, it can come on over here, anywhere between, I think, the 2nd and 5th row, and then it moves straight across. Just a neat little game, very thematic. If you're a fan of Space Invaders, you'll have fun with it, I think. It's not too complex. It doesn't play too terribly great with 2-player because, like, the 2 pieces of the UFO, when they come out, one person's always going to shoot the one end, the other person's going to swoop in and steal the kill. Things like that. Definitely more fun with 3 to 4 players. And as I said, you can turn in your points here. You buy your bomb, and you can shoot a bomb and wipe out an entire row. So 10 points. If I blew up that row right there, there's 5, 10, 15, 22. Well worth it. Or you can choose not to buy the bomb and save the 10 points till the end of the game. Just a really quick, fun game. It's neat to see on the table. People walk by and they're like, oh, that's cool. And it's very simple to play, simple to teach, and a lot of fun. Anyway, that's it for our rather quick look at Space Defenders. Definitely a fun little side game to play while you're waiting in between other games, or if you're playing something with player elimination, you got eliminated. It's something cool to do on the side. And works good as a filler, just something quick and fun to play. Great with kids and people who really aren't that into gaming because there's not too much to learn or too many complicated things to try to keep track of. And yeah, it's just fun. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.